Good day, everyone. Welcome to Introduction to Lumion. So for today's class, I'll be making use of Lumion 12. So for those watching, if you have Lumion 11, 10, and below, there's a bit of difference with the interface. So Lumion 12 has a kind of different interface, especially the arrangement of their components and some little changes in the interface. So sorry for the inconvenience if we are using 11 downwards. Okay, so this is what Lumion looks like. Um, Once you open Lumion, this is just what you're going to see. Welcome to Lumion. Create new examples, then your benchmark. That's your system strengths. There's always benchmark on everybody's system. Like the Lumion gives a benchmark for the strength of your system. So this is my own benchmark, 66%. Not so bad. Then if you have other project that you've been working on before, you can just load it from here. Then this is for save. By the way, Ctrl S doesn't it doesn't work on Lumion. It doesn't work on Lumion. This is a save as file. Then this, in case you're connected online, you can see some news and also some other tutorials from Lumion. You can see them here. That's if you are connected online. Then you have your settings here. You can change your quality, the super high quality, medium quality, lower quality. Then your editor resolution. As time goes on, we'll learn what all this does. Then yeah, so I'll just go straight into creating a new project. And once you click on create a new project, then it brings you here. Then you have different types of environments that you can pick from. You have the plain environment, you have the beach environment, sorry. You have the mountain range, you have the forest environment, desert environment, tropical environment, suburban environment, winter environment, and design showcase. So different templates with what you are trying to, um, what you are trying to like render or show to your client or what you want. For example, like I'll just be making use of the plain environment. Most of the time I make use of the plain environment because that's just like the normal thing to do. I don't know. So, but definitely if you are designing something on the beach close to the water, you just make use of the beach environment. And if you want something around the mountain area and you want something close to the forest, you want to see a lot of trees, you don't want to stress yourself arranging tree components, you can make use of this. But for this class, we're making use of the plain environment. So yeah, just a click, a right click on it to open it up. So yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what the plain environment looks like. Just like the word plain, it's all plain. So now the movement is something in Lumion. The movement is something in Lumion. For gamers, it might be easy for you because you make use of the WASD. That's the popular key for moving in games. WASD together with your mouse keys. That's the right click and the left click. But for me, I make use of the arrow keys. Anyone that you're comfortable with, especially when I'm playing games. Also, I make use of arrow keys even when I'm playing games. So I don't use WASD. So for me, I make use of the arrow keys. So if you want to go to the right, you just right click. You use make use of the right arrow. If you want to go left, make use of the left arrow. If you want to go up, you up now doesn't work like going up. Like it's where your angle is faced. It zooms in towards where your camera is facing. That's for the upper arrow, and lower arrow zooms out. It zooms out. So both upper and lower key they work as zoom in and zoom out. So yeah, and for the rotation, like you make use of the right click, just right click and you rotate, right click, rotate, and just move your mouse around, move your mouse around, move your mouse around. So starting with movement on on starting with movement on Lumion, trust me, it might not be easy for you. It might not be easy for you. It wasn't easy for me too when I started. But as time goes on, you get used to it. You get used to it. It's very frustrating at the beginning, but trust me, it's gonna be fun or something. You're going to enjoy making use of it. And for rotation on an orbit, you just make use of the O. You click on the O keyboard. Once you click on the O keyboard, you see that it's rotating on an orbit. What I'm doing now is I'm rotating with my mouse. I'm rotating with my mouse. I'm rotating my mouse with my hand on the keyboard. That's the letter alphabet O. I'm clicking on the alphabet O. So it's just rotating at a spot. That's how it works. Rotation on an orbit. So that's it for movement on Lumion. Now for the interface, just like I said, Lumion 12 interface is quite different from the older version of Lumion. So this is the import model. This is the import model here. This is for components, nature components. This is nature components. You can pick trees from here, different type of a lot of trees from here that you can select and use for your rendering. So but before we get to the component, let's just look at how we can import models. So but before importing models, Lumion is a rendering software that accepts FBX, and it also accepts its own file extension, which is .dae. That's .dae. So if you make use of SketchUp or you make use of Revit or any other software, it's either you export as FBX or you export as .dae. So those are the files that work on Lumion. So if you try importing SketchUp file, that's .skp file into Lumion, it's not gonna work. Or you try importing .rvt into Lumion, it's not gonna work. All you need to use is .dae or .fbx. So yeah, importing into Lumion. These are the files I've imported into Lumion before. So definitely once you import any file, you are going to be seeing them over here. So as keep on importing, you notice that everything stays here. You don't leave. Okay, you don't leave. So for the purpose of this class, I'll be importing a new file. I'll be taking from here. So let's just to import a file, just click on the import models, then import new model. Then I'll just search for the file. Okay, so I have a DAE file here, so I'm just going to be making use of the DAE file. Just double click on it, then you wait for it to. So once you open the model, that this is all it's going to bring out: the model name, the category file, and if you have any animation, like the DAE file doesn't have any animation, so it really doesn't count at all. Edges and line, if available in the model, you can just click on it. It's really nothing when you're importing, but still I just try and I try and tick everything before I import the model. So you just wait a bit, depending on how large your file is. Some files sometimes have every component and material. So yeah, it's imported already. So this is a file. This is a file. So we wouldn't be doing anything much on this for today. The major point of today's video is to show the interface. So I'm just importing it just because of the interface. I'll be showing how to do other edits on my next video. So for the interface, back to the interface. Now this is the import model, just like I said, all you have imported before will come here. So look at this model that I just imported now, tutorial class. It's here already. So that's how it stays here. You keep adding up to all the files that you have. So now nature. This is for is basically for vegetation, trees, shrubs, flowers, all vegetation, all greens that you can put in your model. So you have different type of trees, the broadleaves, conifers, the palm trees, the leafless trees, a lot of them that you can make use of. One thing I like Lumion for is that their greens are really realistic. Their trees are realistic, their shrubs are realistic. I really like them so much. So let me just to bring them into the model, you just click click on it and drop it. Click on it and drop it. Let's import a palm tree. I make use of palm tree a lot. It's really beautiful in my rendering. So I click on this. I'll just drop this here. Um, don't worry, we are not rendering this on this file. I'm just trying to show the interface, what the interface looks like. So yeah, that's basically just drop trees. You have some rocks also, some forest woods. You have weeds and some other. You have cactus here. You have cluster trees. A lot of them. As time goes on, you learn how to make use of them. So moving to people and animals here. These are going to people and animals. So you can make use of like human beings in the model. There are a lot of them also. But for me, I don't really make use of the people there because I don't really look realistic for me. They're not so realistic for me. So at times when I want to make use of them, I just put them afar and take my camera view so far from it so that it's not showing so much details. Because if I zoom in now, look at the not it's not so realistic. So I don't really make use of them just from afar. I make use of them from afar when my camera view is so far away from them. So you have children. You don't really have a lot of of young younger ones. Yeah, just some few ones. You have females, you have girls, you have animals also. These are silhouette animals. You have silhouette people also. You have 2D and you have silhouette 2D also. You have marine in case you have a river or you have a stream that you just want to put fishes in them. You want to put um, water bodies so you can just add them to it. Then the transport system, yeah, these are cars that you can make use of. The cars in Lumion are quite realistic. Some of them do, but thank God to Lumion 12 that has added car plates. They've added car plates to the vehicles in Lumion. So yeah, that's it. So these are objects. Now for objects you have quite a lot of them. You have the seating, you have the tables, you have electronics, a lot of them, kitchen, lighting, decoration, storage, plumbing, food and drink, assorted, garden and outdoor. For the outdoor you have a lot of houses that you can make use of. You have the fire hydrants, you have jump starts, a lot of them. Because of time, I won't be going through a lot. I won't be going through everything. So for gardening, like outdoor, a lot of outdoor objects that you can make use of over here. This is an outdoor unit for AC system. This is webcam, watering pots, a lot of them. So as time goes on, when you start making use of Lumion and start rendering. Any object needed can be selected from here. So yeah, these are lights. Just like I said, we are not doing rendering today, so we're just looking at the interface just to understand the stuff interface. So these are lights. You can just pick lights and drop lights. Just drop lights, drop lights, drop lights. Pick the ones you want, drop lights. Just like I said, this is just for the interface and not for any rendering purpose. So you have spotlights in the light tab. You have omni lights. The omni lights, it helps to brighten up a space. It just helps to brighten up a space. It's not like spotlight that is just directly to a particular point. Spotlight just brighten up the space, just makes it like pause general light at the space, and it also has different colors. It has blue, it has green, and it has red also. And you have area lights also. Area lights, same as it helps to brighten up space also. You can just place them on ceilings depending on how you want to make use of them. And these are line lights. Most of the time, these line lights are used for something like this. Something like this. This line light are made use of something like that. Just, something like this. Just around the something like that. That's what line light is used for. So the effects, moving to effects, you have a lot of effects also in Lumion. You have fountains, water fountains, different water fountains that you can make use of in gardens, especially. You have fire in case you want to add fire to some parts, which that's a lot of fire. So different effects that you can make. You have smoke also. Probably just want to give the effect of smoke coming from probably afar. Something is burning inside the bush. You can just, and you have fog also. You can make use of fog in your rendering. You have leaves too. Leaves pouring from trees. Definitely this tree is not gonna fall this type of leaf. But if you have a tree that looks like this, you can just add the leaves. I think there are different types of leaves also that you can add to it. So let me just delete that effect to avoid distraction. So you also have sounds, a lot of sounds, a lot of sounds. This exterior colon, something like that. That's if you're gonna use Lumion to edit walkthrough, basically for walkthroughs. A lot of sounds. You have different sounds here also. People plus probably noise and background. Yeah, basically for the animation for walkthroughs. So yeah, this effect came in Lumion 12. It just came in Lumion 12, and it's really a lot. It makes a lot of sense in rendering. Um, for example, if you have asphalt on the floor and you want to put a pothole, the damage on the road, you can just make use of this. Also, you can chalk drawings. You can just put chalk drawings on see if this is like a chalk drawing by a kid. You understand? So you can just make use of it on. You can even make use of it on walls. You can make use of it on walls. So depending on what you want to show. So quite a lot of them. You have dates also, just to stain a particular place, something like that, or on a wall. You can just put it at the corner, just to show some kind of weathering on the wall. So a lot of them dates just to stain it, just to make it not plastic. You understand? And so you have road markings also, a lot of road markings. Say I'm happy Lumion added this to Lumion, so it's really helpful. So if you have markings, you can just add this. It really helps instead of having to model it. So these are road markings, very very nice road markings that you can make use of for your fat on the roads. A lot of them. So yeah, these are components. This part here, they are components. They are just a lot of something that make use of. Then you have utilities. Another utilities, you have character board, you have clip lane, you have grid, landscape, measure, reflection, then text input. So as time goes on, we'll get to learn how to make use of this. This is just an introduction to Lumion. So this is the rotation. This is the rotation to make it. You use it to rotate um components. For example, let me just to rotate in nature, you have to like click on nature. To rotate a car, you have to click on car. To rotate people, and you have to click on. So I have this nature here. I just want to rotate this nature, and just click on this, and you rotate. You just rotate. It's as easy as that. So if you don't want to make use of this, you can make use of this. Just the orientation, and you can also rotate it this way also. For example, a falling tree or something that is just a bit bent, you can make use of this too. And you can also rotate it the other way, both the x-axis and the y-axis. You can rotate them at an angle. So yeah, that's it for rotation. And this is for scale. So if you're going to scale a component, you can scale down, you can scale up, you can scale down, you can scale up. And just like the other one, also just like the other rotation, you can also scale from here, you can scale up from here and scale down from here. That's if you want to make use of this here. You can scale up, scale down. And if you also want to delete it, if you don't need it anymore, you can just click on delete, click on it. Then, for example, I want to delete these guys here. I don't need them anymore. I'll click on people, and just delete, 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 and delete. Okay, I want to delete this tree over here. Tree, I delete. Also, because this effect, I want to delete this effect. I just click on effects, then I delete. Okay, I want to delete this signs. I want to delete this signs. Just click on okay, still an effect. Delete, and delete, and delete, and I delete. So basically that's those for this part. For this part here, that's basically the basic things. Those are the basic things for this part. Then coming to this part, you have the build icon. That's once you are in this place, that's what you're doing. Like it's an icon that shows that you're building, you're working in the building space. Then for photo, if you want to take your scene, this is what you do. You just take your scene, just a click takes the picture. And probably you want to take another view, just a click takes the picture. You come here again, a click takes the picture. Then you want to have an X1 eye view, you come a click takes the picture. Then if you want to go back to build, then just come here and go back to your build. Then you're back to where you have to arrange your components. And also this is for movie. This is totally a different part where you want to do your walkthrough. That's another lesson for another day. Then this a 360 panorama. Like if you want to make use of 360, you want to make a 360 view panorama. This is also another tutorial for another day. And then if you want to save your project, and this is where you save. You click on save as. Then let me just save it as work file. Then it saves it as .ls12. If you're making use of Lumion, you're gonna see .ls11. If you're making use of 10, it's gonna show .ls11. Then just save it. To take a bit of time, then you come back to build again. Then you can continue with what you're doing over here. So thank you for watching the tutorial today, introduction to Lumion. I'll see you at the next one.